Hello and welcome back to the Teacherpreneur Association podcast. My name is Jess, and as always, I'm here to help you turn your passion into an online business. Today's episode is one that you cannot afford to miss, and I do not want you to make this mistake with your next digital product or service, especially if you're gearing up to launch something new. This episode is for you. We're going to look at this one critical mistake that could be the difference between a product that flops and one that truly makes an impact. The biggest mistake teachers make when launching a new digital product or service is focusing too much on the product itself and not enough on the problem that it solves. You can spend countless hours perfecting every detail of your resource, making sure it's polished, it's pristine. But if you're not absolutely clear on the problem that it's solving for your audience, you are setting yourself up for disappointment. And the truth is, your audience isn't really looking for perfection, they're looking for solutions. When you focus solely on the product, what you're thinking about is what you want to create rather than what your audience actually needs. And this shift in your perspective is everything, because it changes the way you approach your marketing, your content, even, your course development, your product development. When you're crystal clear on the problem you're solving, you're no longer just selling a product, right? You're no longer just selling a thing. You're offering a solution, and that's what your audience is truly searching for. They're searching for answers to their challenges, solutions to their problems, not just another product. Nobody is typing into Google ebook for teachers, ebook for Spanish learners, an online course for blah blah blah. They're not searching for the product itself. They have a question that they want the answer to. They're searching for, how do you do this? How do you do that? Where can I find something? How do I do this? How do I overcome this? That's what they're searching for. Think about when you're searching on Google. What are you searching for? You're searching for an answer. You have a query, you have a question. Think about it like that. Your product, what would you want someone to type into Google to find your product? The simple thing you can do is write down the specific problem it solves for your audience. If I was your coach right now, I would ask you, what 3 things does your product help your customer do? Then think about how you can highlight those things in your content. Your next marketing campaign to promote your product should focus on the problem your product solves rather than the features it offers. For example, let's take this workbook that I released a few weeks ago now. I could say this has over 100 pages. It's a workbook, so you can write in the book. It's lightweight, you can carry it anywhere. You're going to get it delivered to your home. It's a physical product. I could share all of those things. Are any of those things really the reason why you're going to buy this workbook? No, you're not going to buy this workbook. You're going to buy it because it's going to help you write your mission statement for your business. It's going to help you develop your digital product. It's going to help you create content so that you can sell your product. It's going to give you ideas and help you identify your niche and help you be a successful entrepreneur. That's why you're going to buy the workbook, not because it's a workbook. I hope I'm making sense with that. And a lot of times, and I see this over and over again, is promoting the product instead of the problem it solves. And I'm going to say this a million times over because that's going to help you get your product into more people's hands. When you do focus on this problem solving, and not just within your product, but within your content as well, what you're allowing your audience to do is see you as a leader, see you as someone that can help them, not just someone who's posting content for content's sake, someone who is really making a difference. And when you communicate very clearly like how your product addresses this problem, you're doing more than just selling it and just making a sale. You're building trust with your audience, and you become someone they see as a problem solver, someone who understands their needs, someone who can provide real value. And the trust is what turns a one-time buyer into a loyal customer, and that allows you to create more products and build a product suite and help more people. It's great to get new customers, but when you have loyal customers who repeatedly buy from you and repeatedly come to you, that is building a brand and building a profitable brand. There are 2 lists that you can make. And the first list, the features of your product, like what it actually is. We call this like the product description on the back of the box, right? That's not necessarily why people are buying it. They're buying it because of what it can do for them. And that's the second list. And on that second list, that's your content plan. That is what you use to promote your product and to create your marketing campaign. And this is where you start thinking more like an entrepreneur and less like a teacher, because you don't just want to educate online, you really want to sell. And the way that you sell is by sharing how your product solves problems. If you want to make sure that you're avoiding this mistake in your next launch, or you're thinking of creating something but you're not quite sure, and maybe you're nodding along to this episode and you're like, this is the kind of information that I need to know more about, I want to invite you to look at my 3-week mentoring program. And this is a one-on-one experience, and it's designed personally to you and where you're currently at. And it is to help you avoid these mistakes that so many teacherpreneurs make when they launch new products. And it's great to make mistakes and learn from them. But if you want to speed up that process, I highly recommend working with someone. It is a personalized mentorship where I do work directly with you, depending on where you're at. It could be looking at your strategy, it could be refining your messaging, it could be helping you create that first product, create that first course that truly resonates with your audience. And during the 3 weeks, you'll have direct access to me for personalized feedback, support, ensuring that you're not just avoiding mistakes, but you're also actively setting yourself up for success. I have thrown in a special bonus. If you do enroll in September, so before September 30th, you will receive complimentary access to my quarter 4 prep class, which I've been speaking about for the past week on here, and you'll get that absolutely free. This is your opportunity to not only get mentorship, but also set yourself up for the final quarter of the year. And you can download the quarter 4 prep class if you're not ready to take it for this year. If you're currently at the beginning stages of your business, you can use it next year. The spaces are limited, so drop me a message if you want to grab one of those spots. I'll also leave the link down below if you want to read through more about what is included. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode of the Teacherpreneur Association podcast. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will speak to you next week. Bye.